Hi, I want to start off by apologizing that I haven't been more consistent with my postings, but I'm going to try my best to be more consistent. Today I want to introduce you guys to one of my favorite recipes, which is a set it and forget it recipe, meaning you just stick it in the oven, leave it there for about an hour or so, and kind of just then come back to it. I preheat my oven to 425. Sometimes it could be a little bit quirky to preheat an oven, so I usually just start preheating. I just turn it on when I start prepping, and that way it's all ready for you. So today I am making a citrus rosemary roasted squash. It's a simple recipe. I use blood oranges in this one. They look pretty. I saw it in one of the cooking shows and I was like, ooh, what's that? So I went ahead, found them. I found them at Trader Joe's. They also have them at Whole Foods. I haven't really seen them at ShopRite yet, but you never know. And they looked pretty. They taste pretty good. Maybe a little bit more bitter, so I kind of put mine into a little bit of sugar. But when I caramelize, but I'll get to that. If you can't find blood oranges, that's fine. Use a regular orange. I'm going to be using a little bit of the orange juice of this orange and some of its zest, but I'll get to that. I have about a tablespoon of fresh rosemary, but dried herb is fine. About half a tablespoon of thyme, again, dried is fine. About a teaspoon of Himalayan pink salt. Got it from Walmart, no biggie. About half a teaspoon of peppercorn medley, again, Walmart. And about 2 tablespoons of avocado oil. Avocado oil is absolutely delicious. It has a milder taste than olive oil. So sometimes you don't want to have that olive oil taste to food. So avocado oil is a wonderful, swap out. It has a higher smoke point. So what happens is that sometimes with other oils, olive oil, coconut oil, canola oil, once they reach a certain point where they get so hot, they may be unhealthy to ingest. So avocado oil is a great oil to kind of swap out, as well as there's benefits to it, like it's anti-inflammatory, heart healthy, as well as it lowers your cholesterol. So I'm going to get my squash ready. I usually cut the top a bit, and then I just cut it in half and then scoop it out, and then I just slice it up and then cube it. Now you got to put some muscle into this. Sometimes, there you go. So that was my muscle. And now I just kind of cut halfway through and then just bring it down. Please be more careful with a knife than I'm being right now. So you have your squash, 2 halves. You scoop out the inside. Go ahead, use a spoon. And then I have my little handy dander potato peeler, and then I peel the outside. So I'm just scooping everything out right now. And it might take a little bit of muscle. It's alright, use those biceps. And this is supposed to be tasty food, healthy food, but most importantly, tasty food. I want you to enjoy these recipes. All right, now I'm just peeling it. Some people will prefer to peel it first and then cut it. Really, there's no rhyme or reason to this. Just kind of try your best, whatever you prefer. Again, this is pretty forgiving. It's a pretty forgiving recipe. So, alright, so I peeled and I've taken out all my seeds. Now I'm just going to chop it up into about 1-inch cubes. So, and these don't have to be, perfect sized. About 1 inch. So you see, about 1-inch cubes. And I'm putting it into a 13x9 glass dish. But if you have aluminum, that's fine too. Again, work with what you have. It doesn't have to be perfect. Work with what you have. And as long as you're eating healthy, that's all that matters. So I cubed up my squash. Just want you to know that if you don't want to go through all that bicep work, you know, you get a lot of fruit markets already sell squash already chopped up. It'll be a little bit pricier, but it saves you all the prep work. Like I said, so that's really the hardest thing. Now I have a little bit of sugar, which I'm putting on here, and I think that's even a little bit too much. So why am I using that? I'm using that because I'm about to zest an orange, and sugar brings out the citrus flavor of the orange, and you only want the orange part. You don't want the white part because the white part is bitter. This is my little grater thing, and you're just gonna get it on there, roll it all up there, and then just kind of put it into the squash. Now when my son just walked in here, he's like, "Mommy, what's that?" I was like, "Sweet potato." Poor thing. If I tell him it's a vegetable, it's a wrap. He won't eat it. So you can grate this whole orange, you can grate the blood oranges. As zesty as you want to make it, go right ahead. And this is just going to add a little bit of sweetness to all the other savory that you're using there. And like I said, you want to keep it light because you just want the orange part too. So all I did was roll my citrus zest in the sugar, and then I'm just sprinkling it through here. As I add my other ingredients, I will go ahead and just kind of just sprinkle it all throughout, and then just mix everything up. So I'm gonna put some of this orange juice in there because I don't know about you guys, but I love the taste of orange. So I'm just gonna put about half this orange in there, maybe a little bit more, because like I said, I love the taste of orange, and the salt and all the other savory flavors will really bring out this citrus taste, and I just like the taste of citrus. So I went ahead and I peeled one of the blood oranges. So as you can see, it has like a dark red color to it. As I said, a little bit on the bitter side, but for the most part, pretty good. I'm gonna add all my other herbs in here, and then the blood orange is really more of a garnish. So you're gonna put all this stuff in there. Remember, salt to taste. You know, you may want a little bit more, you may want a little bit less, whatever you prefer. Stick it in the oven that you've already preheated, okay? And leave it there for about 45 minutes. You want to take a fork in it, and you want to kind of see that the fork is piercing it. You're then going to bump up that oven to broiler, and when you bump it up, that's when you're going to put the blood orange on there. You're going to dip your blood oranges in some sugar, and then put it on top after those 45 minutes, and you're going to just let it cook for about 6-7 minutes. Flip them, and then let them broil for another 6-7 minutes. But you'll see the process. Been mixed up, I'm gonna put it in the middle rack in my oven for about 45 minutes and leave it there. And you can have that side dish with rotisserie chicken from the supermarket, or you can season up some chicken breasts and stick it in the oven right along with it, so that way everything is done in about 45 minutes or so. And enjoy. All right, it's been 45 minutes. I am taking my squash out. I'm gonna toss it up a little bit. You can literally hear the sizzle, and you smell the orange and that rosemary. Oh my gosh. I'm putting my blood orange, or if you don't have these, regular orange is fine too. But I had them, so this is what we're using. I'm going to then turn the oven up to broil so we can caramelize these nicely. And we're gonna put it on the top. And you know something? I know I said 15 minutes, but I think that probably just maybe 3 minutes or so to get these oranges to caramelize. So 3 minutes on one side, and then 3 minutes on the other. Alright, so I already went ahead and I plated my squash, my roasted rosemary citrus squash side dish. Remember, squash, though a vegetable, it's still a starchy vegetable. So I always say pair it with a nice green, keep that roughage in, kind of keep everything on the inside flowing well. And this was just a quick kind of just chicken I put together. I used a rotisserie chicken. I cheated and I used a rotisserie chicken. Hey, mom with 3 kids, 2 dogs and a husband, full-time job. I'ma cheat sometimes, but never cheat myself. Just around the corners to make things a little bit easier. But I use a rotisserie chicken for that. Enjoy your dish. The most important thing I want you to get from these recipes is that healthy food can taste good. And they don't have to come from a fancy supermarket. You can get it from anywhere. And the most important thing is that you're putting that effort into yourself and showing yourself just that little bit of love. And if you gotta cut some corners, as long as you're eating healthy, that's the most important thing. Put that effort in. Don't wait until tomorrow. Don't wait until Monday. Start tomorrow. At the bottom of this page, you'll find my email address. And if you like the recipes, guys, please subscribe. I'm going to be releasing weekly videos, and I love if you guys can see what I come up with. Take care. Bye.